The human being was made to question his reality. Here is provided a forum that evades and rejects the mainstream media, where ideas and topics of interest outside of the norm are free to flourish and grow in the strangeness and with objectivity that is their right. Join us now for a discussion from somewhere between the real and the imagined, between outer and inner space, where things just odd enough to be the truth have a place to live, breathe, and make their home. Recorded live from the jagged edge of reality. This is JAG Radio.
That's abso-fucking-lutely right. You know where you are. You are tuned in once again to the show where guys get together to talk about guy things. Oh, but we're not. We are not talking women, although we might later, World Wars, or World of Warcraft. Oh, no! We are talking the marvelous medical miracle that is medicinal marijuana.
Yummy.
That's right, baby. Live on the Super Audio Brothers Network, I am Alex Martinelli, here with J.D. Marcel, George Antonio, producer Dre Day All Day, special guest Phix from HTBX Podcast.
What it is.
What up, everybody?
What's up? Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Nah, get out, dude.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye. Thanks for coming in. Some of you who are followers of the Super Audio Brothers Network might know Phix from the HTBX Podcast, a very 420 friendly program.
Yes, sir.
That's right, man. And, weed has been in the news lately because in the state that we're currently in, California, new legalization has come into play. We are all fans of the wacky herb here at the JAG radio show.
Oh, very much so.
Man, what do you guys think?
Are we talking dandelions and fucking crabgrass and shit, or what?
Yes.
All right.
What do you guys thoughts on that in terms of now I believe you can grow X amount of plants in your front yard and not be harassed by police.
Front yard?
No, I think it has to be indoors.
Indoors?
2 plants indoors, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Two
Yeah.
plants indoors. Wow.
Or secluded. If you have like a secluded yard, yeah. It just has to be away from people's access and stuff.
Like out of people's sights. Like
Yeah.
people next door can't fucking look over the fence and see that shit growing.
That's right.
Because they'll probably jump over and then get fucking...
Yeah, you might just
I
get
know I
jacked.
would.
just act like it's still illegal, man, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, there you go.
And see, no, and that's true. And I hate that that's a fact. I mean, okay, I feel the exact same way about drinking in public that I do about marijuana in public, which is if I'm not hurting anybody, who gives a fuck? Why should anyone care? Why can't I walk down the street drinking a 40 as long as I'm not hurting anyone? Now, people will make the argument, well, I mean, you can't have a bunch of drunk people running around. What if they pick fights? What if people get violent? You don't know how some alcoholics behave. Okay, arrest those people. Don't arrest me, because I'm not bothering anybody.
I ain't going to jail.
God damn it, man. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, you
Seems
make
like a
very good point,
first-person event, bro. Do we have little stories that we
story to tell
gotta
us?
uncover,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
what?
what's going on, man?
No, as a matter of fact, I did happen to be at a local park nearby having a drink.
Okay.
Because when I'm not on the radio, I'm actually a homeless person, and I was at a park. I think I cracked a beer or something. I really do sound like a hobo now, and I was at one point approached by officers, and I managed to kind of talk my way out of it.
Well, how the fuck did you talk your way out of that?
I pretended it wasn't mine and that I was here when I got it.
Dick, it was in your hand?
No, I know.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I was actually sipping it when it happened. No, but my point is if I or if anyone wants to smoke a blunt walking down the street, why shouldn't they be able to do that? And I think, honestly, more than anything, it's really a bunch of uptight people who happen to be in positions of power who want to tell you how to live your life.
Yep.
Does that make sense? And in honor of what I just said, those of you who are watching us on the video feed here are about to watch me partake.
Partake, sir.
Oh,
Brought to you
wow.
by the Hot Box Podcast.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Sponsored.
Thank you, Hotbox.
In Dre Day's all day's opinion, I say that I don't think people should be able to walk around all day just smoking and blazing it because it would get out of control. I think, but you should be able to go to restaurants and bars and go to like places like that to smoke. And
Like
it's
a closed-in environment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, there would be a lot of fog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be an issue.
The
Everybody would
designated
be
spots.
smoking.
Because haven't you been driving, you see somebody pull up to you in the car and they smoking out and that shit just like pours into your car to the point where like, dude, I'm on my way to work.
Well, I actually like that.
And
You
that
like
shit,
that? Oh, okay.
it
So,
sticks
I mean-
on you too, man.
I'm
No, I
perfectly
know.
fine
And
with that.
I'm on, it's like it's 6 a.m. and I'm on my way to work and these people, yeah.
And these people are smoking weed.
So you're jealous, bro?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
a little bit.
Yeah.
No,
little bit,
and
yeah.
but
I
because
sense that.
I think my point is that because it's obnoxious doesn't necessarily mean it should be against the law.
You know, I bet if they engineered it some way to where it didn't stink, this shit would be all over the place.
Well, there is. It's vapes. It's
Is
just-
there?
Yeah.
Same shit?
Yeah.
And it works the same way, or
The
what?
concentrated THC,
Yeah.
which doesn't really smell
You want to try
as
it?
much as.
No,
Oh, there
thanks,
you go.
bro. I can't. It's hard enough for me to make senses now, bro.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
yeah.
There's a little device.
We've seen him high. No.
It's not pretty, bro.
There's a little device called Hello Neighbor. And you smoke, you throw your smoke in it, and it comes out smelling like air freshener.
Yeah.
Oh, what the
Motherfucker.
fuck?
Wow.
Yeah.
Your lungs must smell really good, bro.
Oh man.
No, and Phix, do you have any opinions on this? I mean, nobody on Earth smokes more than the Hotbox Boys, I suspect. I've interviewed everybody on Earth, and I would know. What are your thoughts, man? And do you what do you think about the legalization also?
Legalization is cool. You know, I'm glad for everybody to be able to smoke now. You know, you don't have to waste $65 just to get a license, bullshit license that might get denied anywhere else. You
Wait,
know what I mean?
Sorry for interrupting, Phix, but I
Yeah.
heard that was only until 2018 that's gonna take place.
I'm
That's
already buying my weed without a license.
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
gonna say
Oh,
where.
Oh, wow.
There's a few spots that are doing
Okay.
it already.
There's
Okay.
spots already doing it already, and
That-
you know what? That's just cool because it's like, fuck the system. You know, you said what you said. Now we're taking benefits.
Hey,
and
Fix,
we're,
do you think it's going to go into, like, big tobacco is going to take over, man?
Yeah.
That's what I'm scared
You
of.
think so?
That's
Yeah.
what I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't want to be able to fucking buy Cheetos and a blunt in the same liquor store. You know what I mean?
I bet you
That's
those
what I don't want.
bet you those motherfuckers are ready for that shit, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
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 Well,
They
you got to
have
think
the-
about the
they have-
quality of that weed that you buy from a
See,
fucking
that's what I
liquor
mean,
store. Yeah.
and that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna have these guys, the Marlboro, doing the economy $5 a packet for 20 joints type of shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you're also gonna have like quality shit, like buy this eighth for $50 and it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, no, and that's funny because the same thing is true of tobacco now. Anybody who watches the show on even a semi-regular basis will see that we're smoking cigars. You'll occasionally watch me roll my own cigarettes, and that's because the brand that I get. I'm not going to give them a free plug, even though I like them. You're getting a much purer product when you roll your own, at least the kind that I get, I buy organic,
Right.
than you would be getting if you were to rip off a filter of a Marlboro Red or a Camel Crush or what have you, and
Right.
get something that's been processed 1,000 times over, that has God knows how many insecticides and
Yeah.
additives and
So-
chemicals, and we are a long way at this point from regulation.
So do you-
Certainly in regarding marijuana. I mean, if, and it's funny, I've never actually thought about this. If Philip Morris or R.J. Reynolds or any of those companies were to take over, and create big cannabis, you guys, marijuana smokers, would have to deal with the. Thank you, Phix. That sounds great on the mic. Would have to deal with the additives and so forth. Probably they probably add the same stuff to ground up cannabis that they do to tobacco.
I bet it'll still open up a big market for fucking homegrowners, right? Homegrowners.
That's
counterfeiters, too.
Now, George touched on my point. Yes, big company, big money's gonna get involved. Yes, we're gonna have probably deal with that. Yes, taxes are gonna be outrageous. But the good thing is we can still grow our own stuff.
And it's
Now,
probably
you-
going to be better, right?
If you're not gonna be a lazy bitch, grow your own shit and handle your thing. Growing weed is ridiculously easy.
Wow.
They sell like refrigerator sized boxes
Oh yeah.
that grow it practically for you.
Wow. You know, I did. I used to live up in Northern California. Shout out to Santa Cruz, where they love their weed up there.
You give them a plug, but you won't give your fucking cigarettes.
Yeah,
plug.
what's going on, dude?
Well, I mean,
That's Santa Cruz, Texas.
yeah. No, well, Santa Cruz is a city.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, why not? Santa Fe Tobacco Company, we love you.
I was
There's some. You go make another $1 million. And I had a roommate who tried to grow weed out of our place, out of our apartment, who was kind of an idiot. Steve, we love you, but come on.
You're an
Steve
idiot.
Jobs.
Yeah, you're
Steve
a
Jobs.
moron.
That was Steve Jobs. I mean,
George.
that'd be hilarious.
Steve Wilkos.
All right, someone cut. Dre, can you cut Mike's George? Can you cut George's mic so I can get through this?
Cut
story?
Mike.
Cut
1, 2,
Mike's
3, 4.
George.
Yeah.
Mike George. Okay.
So what
That's
happened
some good
to his
stuff.
weed?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Phix,
Okay.
for keeping this on point.
Okay.
Yeah, he tried to grow plants, and then we went on break. I was going to school at the time, and so there wasn't gonna be anybody at the house. So what he did was he rented a car and drove it down to what I believe to this day was the Angeles National Forest, and tried to plant it there.
Oh,
And he put it there. And
What
of course,
an idiot.
like 2 weeks later, he came back and all of it had just been hacked up and taken
Oh
over.
yeah, dude.
And he had enormous plants. Yeah, I think the point of my story is my old roommate's a moron.
He's a moron.
Steve, we love
But
you.
it's not unusual. There's a lot of people who go into the Angeles forest growing weed.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Wow.
The national
Not
forest,
Steve.
and not even just like planned. Like some of it's wild, but like they go in there every year and pull out acres of it.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
They
that's
burn it,
I'm sure
That's
that's
And they
what
burn it. Yeah, you're right.
right?
They burn
So
it.
that's
Yeah.
where the forest
And
fires
it-
come from.
and it makes
God
me
damn
cry.
it.
It makes me cry too, buddy.
You gotta go where they're burning it and just fucking take a whiff. I'm like, oh, what's up? What's going on?
I'm pretty sure they're used to that already. They're like, this is the burn line. You guys stand over here with the other guys.
Of just people
But like
showing
you
up.
said, you mentioned legalization. Also, if there's big companies that can also thrive on the marijuana shit, there's also gonna be bootleggers and counterfeiters selling some whack ass shit, telling you it's gonna be weed, but watch it be something else. There's people giving out weed in Skid Row, supposedly weed, and these people are spazzing out. Why? Because it's spice.
It's spice.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I read an
Yeah.
article about that shit. People are dying because of that stuff, man.
Exactly.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that
No way.
that's counterfeit weed, dude. They're telling you it's weed just because it makes you trip. Hell no, bro. No weed makes you fucking want to do breakdancing on the ground. You know what I mean?
Damn, it's spicy.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It burns the shit out of your lungs. It makes you fucking trip out. You pass out and you might die.
Damn.
Damn.
So you don't want. Yeah, that's the only part that scares me is that I don't want it to be legalized for that.
Well, yeah,
reason,
then
know?
you gotta just stick to like medicinal
Yeah.
places that sell that legally. You
So
know?
now that we can grow it, you know, maybe if you fucking get poisoned, it's because of yourself. You know, you didn't grow it right. You know what I mean?
Because you're a moron.
Yeah.
I think
Because you're Steve. Like,
I think it's gonna be.
You're Steve.
I think it's gonna be super fun to go somewhere and be able to smoke a joint and have a good time, just like people have the drink and have a good time.
At Six Flags?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
smoking
anywhere.
joints, walking around
Nah.
at Six Flags?
That's gonna be a liability to them. They're not gonna do it. I guarantee.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Can you
yeah.
even smoke cigarettes at
Yes.
those places? You
They have
can.
There's little
designated
areas.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh well, for now I have to be corralled like some kind of
It's
fucking
crazy
leper.
because like even in some places like you can't even smoke a vape.
Yeah.
And
Well,
what's
no,
going on right there? It's like
No, I'll tell you what's going on. That's a bunch of assholes who want to tell you how to live your life.
the conservative life.
Or I mean, god damn, are you kidding? I was watching TV the other day because I'm the only person left alive who actually watches TV
Whoa.
commercials and like listens to commercials on the radio.
Whoa.
But there's a campaign to try to get kids to stop vaping.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like, are you people serious? Like, by the way, all you vapors out there, your number one
Jason.
trick in your toolbox, that's right, Marcel, is tell them, look, hey, asshole, I'm trying to quit smoking. You're going to tax me now as heavily as you do smokers
Yeah.
because I'm trying to quit?
And see, that's why I was so
God's sake.
disappointed when that passed. When that law passed where it was going to tax not only tobacco, but vapes as well, or the liquid that they sell, I was so disappointed because this has nothing. This is trying to cut back on this. And obviously, I'm not a perfect example right now.
you're a double-fisted smoker. Vaping
No,
and-
but to be fair to you, the only time you, I think, smoke tobacco heavily is when you do the show.
No, yeah. That's the
Hell
only
yeah.
time. I have definitely cut back a lot. I used to have or spend money on like at least 2-3 packs a week.
Yeah.
And
Damn,
I
really?
don't buy packs anymore. The only time I do smoke tobacco is here on the show.
Right. And by the way, as far as I know, I know hardly any young people who smoke tobacco and think it's cool. But guess what? They're vaping. But they're not smoking cigarettes, you assholes. All you people, God, it's unbelievable. I can't believe I live in a society where this is the case. Don't vape. It's big tobacco's next big thing. Whether it is or not, isn't it better than your kid having a cigarette at
Yes.
16?
True.
For God's sake, man.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's the same jack-offs who won't let me smoke a cigarette at the park.
There's something that is weird though when you see a 12-year-old vaping.
Yeah.
That's weird, dude.
I haven't
have
seen
you-
it.
have
I
you
haven't
seen
seen
that?
it. No.
Yes.
Really?
There's kids
Wow.
recording themselves doing tricks with the vaping, making clouds, and they're fucking small ass little kids.
Well, hopefully there's
12-year-olds?
CBD oil in
Yeah,
there.
it's a 12-year-old kid doing vape tricks. You know what I mean?
Man.
It just looks
stupid.
bad. It just looks bad.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
what it is. That's the
Can-
main issue. It's just it looks bad.
It is unsettling, but if this were, you know, we've come a long way from the 70s where every doctor would smoke. You know what I mean?
They would recommend it.
I call this progress.
I think I seen a commercial on like on what is it called the outer
Television?
limits. No, but it was back in the 50s, and there was a doctor who was pretty much promoting a cigarette.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good smoke.
Yeah.
I recommend this at least twice a day.
Listen, man, there are ads that you can find on the internet for Lucky Strike and those older cigarette brands. I remember there's one of like a fat kid trying to run, and he's you know, really big and stuff, and then there's it's like a split screen, and on the other side he's thin, he's like super thin and trim holding a Lucky Strike.
That's what happens, bro. You get thin and sexy with
That's
cigarettes.
Curbs your appetite, bro.
No, it absolutely does. Yeah, man. Phix,
Sir.
of the Hot Box Podcast, I
What
heard
it
that
is.
you had a special presentation lined up for us, man.
What do you say, Jason? Do we drop that now or?
I kind of want to see that. Yeah, I do. Let's
Well,
drop that.
it's something-
Don't keep it from the people.
It's something dedicated to the JAG radio show.
Oh, damn.
And
Aw.
something that also I've been wanting to do for a while.
And it warms his heart too.
And
Man.
it's a paranormal experience that I had,
Oh damn!
Fantastic.
and I have footage of it.
All right.
Oh,
bring it.
I definitely
wow.
want to see this.
We
What's
need
going
that
on?
on here. What's going on?
Yeah.
man?
All right.
It's that tab up there. if
We
you
all
wanna
stare
put it.
intently into the monitor now.
All right. And here.
Where is the tab?
It says JAG radio.
Hey,
on
but
top.
you know what?
Damn,
you've
that
had,
is
you've
supernatural.
had plenty. Oh, here it
There it
goes.
is.
Here it goes.
Oh,
Let's
right.
see what's going
it's
on.
kind of scary. I tripped out myself, and I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Do we have audio?
What's going on?
We're gonna ad lib to this, man. What the fuck's going on, bro?
Like
Yeah.
fucking
I'm kind of
penis.
tripping out right
Okay, I
now.
think we might be having issues with
Oh,
the
hold
audio
on.
here.
No, you gotta pause that.
I know. I pause it.
Okay.
Okay. Bear
Okay.
with us, ladies and
Hold on,
gentlemen.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm already crying because this is a scary ass moment
You
I had
know
in my
what?
life.
While we're setting that up,
Uh-huh.
Mr. Marcel, did you want to share?
All right,
there we
oh,
go. There we
yeah.
go.
It's 3 a.m. Alone in my house. What's
That's
up, JAG Radio? I'm doing this quick video for you guys.
Yeah.
'Cause I think my house is haunted.
Okay. We're seeing a blanket. Looks like Phix is asleep.
Why is it a
underneath.
pink blanket, bro?
I'm feminine.
Oh damn!
Right.
He-
Don't shame him for
Mm.
being who he is.
Why don't you have a pink?
Wait,
blanket?
what? Okay,
That's right.
It's actually
Wait,
red,
This is
bro.
where the ghost appeared.
what the
Okay, we're
fuck?
seeing a pink blanket. Phix is
It's just
underneath.
lifting?
That's his penis, man.
That's him. That's him doing stuff.
You're gonna get some ectoplasm shortly, dude.
That's-
Shit.
So I woke up and
Like, oh, what the fuck was that?
Okay.
It's 4 in the morning. I was asleep. And then, felt a fucking ghost sucking on my car. Fucking freaked me out. Man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I was having my first experience. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was happening to me.
but I did learn something off the EVP recording that I had setting in the background.
Whoa.
Which left something personal and very disturbing about the succubus that I encountered.
The suckiness. Damn.
Succubus.
That's right. Aptly
We
named.
just watched a man jerk off on camera, gentlemen.
Damn. It's amazing.
I'm a guy.
Yeah, that's the message left on the show.
All right.
Oh, on the tape. Wow, man.
Yeah, it was
I'm
pretty
really
scary.
I'm really sorry you had to experience
Yeah,
that.
I know, man.
So,
Shit will
I
never
mean,
be the same.
For God's sake, I've been hit on by gay men, but Christ Almighty!
Gay ghost.
I had a gay ghost.
Oh my God!
Hey, so Phix, are you worried you got something? You might have caught something from the ghost or
Oh,
something?
Maybe
Yeah,
some, I don't know, some
caught-
fucking.
Hey, do you like dance
ghost
by
crabs.
yourself, man? And that ghost might have fucking seen that fucking
That was
move.
that was the longest BJ I ever gotten. So.
Well, a guy knows what another guy likes.
That's the longest you lasted?
So that's my video to you guys, man, just for the JAG.
Nah, hey, thank you
so
man.
much. God, that was so worth it. And I was. Did you hear me setting it up? I was. Like, it looks like there's a blanket and it's moving. It happens. It's going up and down. What's happening? Oh my God!
That's what he said, bro.
Oh shit. No, but yeah, okay, so damn, dude, that okay, that's crazy. Obviously, thank you for that. But do you have like other shit that you've experienced
Any
similar to
legitimate-
that?
any
I kind of
legitimate
want to see it.
experiences?
Some serious shit now. Not no fucking gay ghost give me head or anything. But
Oh, we need to get that ghost on the
there
show.
was there was a shit on my. When I used to live in South Central, I used to live right behind the welfare office on 61st and Hooper and Hoover.
That's convenient.
And and fucking my dad used to fucking trip me out and tell me that he used to hear a bunch of shit in the fucking house. So he told me one night I can hear him and my mom talking like, "Hey, why does it sound like somebody's running from the front door to the garage on the bottom? You can hear the wood floor." And I woke up one day and I heard that shit myself. And you could hear dum, 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 dum.
Steps on the bottom floor of your
Yes,
house. Okay.
running to my fucking back door.
And this was like what, late at night? Like
Yes, this was like maybe at 2 in the morning. I was maybe like 12, dude.
Sure you weren't getting jacked?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
One of those welfare recipients that didn't get their check on when they didn't get their check on time
There'll be some shit,
decided
man.
to take it out of your house.
But as soon as I heard that, the restroom window, we had a sliding door in the shower, and both doors blew up.
what do you mean they blew
Yeah,
up?
they
The windows
exploded.
exploded.
What?
Oh, shit, dude. Are you serious?
And my uncle was taking the shower.
Damn.
Wow.
Are you sure he wasn't singing and he hit a high pitch
dude.
and
And the
Is
thing
your uncle Mariah Carey?
The thing is, imagine.
Wow, that's impressive.
No, as soon as we finished listening to the footsteps, as soon as it finished, that's when the windows exploded.
damn.
Wow.
And
So-
what, dude, honestly, like what do you think that was? Like what do you know like any history about what was up in that apartment, like the tenants before
They
you?
never told us anything, but it was just too many crazy shit. I used to have a pit bull, dude, and we found him hung. Like, he was hung.
Your pit bull was
Yeah.
hung.
Inside the
Yeah.
fucking house, dude?
Like hanged?
Yeah, like, he had a leash with a chain, and he was hung. There was no way he could have jumped over
like
that
he
fence.
had
like a big
huge ass
penis?
fucking penis.
penis!
I walked into that.
Stole my joke.
Sorry,
Joke.
bro.
Oh, this is when it pays to do the show with perverts.
Talking about my dog.
Guys, come on, have some respect, you dicks.
God
What's
damn
wrong with you?
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, for us.
This is a man's dog.
No, seriously. So you found them hung?
He was hung,
Hanged
like, by
as-
his neck. Like, he was
wow.
dead. Like, he was...
Oh man,
Like, yeah,
I really
dude.
am sorry. That
That shit's
sucks.
crazy, dude. There was no way of him being up there, and it's just crazy, dude. Yeah, we would hear a bunch of fucking...
Jesus. So you came home one day, I imagine, and then you saw him just sort of hanging there, your poor dog?
Yeah.
What was he hanging?
I found him, and I told my mom.
What was it? What was the
God,
leash hanging
man.
from, dude? What
It was a
Was-
big-ass gate, maybe as tall as this garage.
Oh
For
wow.
those of you who
And-
can't see it, the garage
Yeah,
is
it's maybe about
7
8 feet.
tall.
8
8
feet.
feet tall. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So the leash was caught on the fence, dude? Is that what
Yes,
it
it
is?
was on the fence.
Damn, man.
And he was still on the same side of where he was supposed to be. Not on the other side of the fence, on the same side.
Oh man.
Wow. Well, it's funny, or not funny. Well,
Fucking
your-
asshole.
Your video was funny with
It's
the
funny.
nighttime experience. It has been postulated or thrown around that experiences such as a succubus encounter, or an alien abduction, or shadow people might just be strange forms of
I've seen shadow people.
sleep paralysis. You've seen shadow people.
Yes.
So has Marcel here.
Yeah.
Do you mind talking about that?
It's always in the corner of my eye. I started seeing this shit when I was a horny ass little kid, maybe like at 13 years old.
That's where it all started, dude.
what?
And my dad told me.
Just in case any of you were wondering what kind of 13-year-old.
And the only reason I say that is because I told my dad about it because I got really scared. I would always see this figure at the corner of my eye, and when I looked, he was always gone. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I told my dad, I go, hey, you know, I'm seeing this shit, and what the fuck? He goes, man, you're turned on too much. You're lusting. That only happens when you lust a lot.
Damn. Hence the
Wow.
fucking jacking up blowjob
So your dad
shit.
was saying like it was something biological
Yeah.
within you.
He's all like, you're not loving yourself, and you're too horny, and you gotta get shit. You gotta get shit out of your head,
Dude,
So,
so how do you explain? Like, I saw a shadow figure when I was 6. Like, I
Yeah.
was a horny little fucking 6-year-old, or what the fuck?
I don't
Basically,
know.
bro.
That's not surprising.
Nah, but I saw this shit too often, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way too often, to the point where I was like, holy shit, maybe I am way too horny, you know? Maybe I am lusting and shit. So
Wow.
one night, he made me fucking read like some verses off of a Bible.
Yeah.
And he put me in the trailer with him. He was like, read them. And I was like, what? He's like, read them and take it serious. And I was like, okay. So I read it first, the verses, and a bunch of fucking, like, he had pans and pots, like he cooked. It was like a lonchera.
All right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Means
And
a,
all of
food
them started flying, dude.
Are you
Like,
serious?
Off the counters, dude.
Shut the fuck
Wow.
up.
And I looked at my dad, and I go, what the fuck? And he goes, see? You're lusting. I was like,
Oh,
oh hell no,
damn.
dude. Hell no. I never wanted to kick it with him ever since then, dude.
Dude, is your
Jesus
dad,
H.
like, used to all of this shit? Like,
It's
he has
normal to him. It's normal.
Oh, it's
It
normal.
doesn't scare him.
Damn, we have to have him on the show, bro.
I know, dude. Get up your dad, man.
It was crazy, and he was incarcerated for 5 years, and now they deported him back to Salvador.
For
Yeah.
what,
Oh,
what,
man.
what did he do time for, if you don't mind?
Some crazy shit, you know, domestic violence or some shit like that.
Oh,
He was fucked. He was
Lu-
fucked. My dad's
lusting.
a good guy.
Yeah.
Probably lusty.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dad. Nah, but that's crazy, man.
Who's lusty now?
Oh my god.
Wow.
But yeah, man, it was just too much shit. His mom was a witch in Salvador.
Wait a minute. So your grandma was a witch?
So well, that's what my grandpa and my dad told me all the time.
Really?
Because-
you saying bitch.
She had this,
Oh.
she had this really crazy, wild, curly hair, and she even had the little gray little patch that's all witchy.
Who
And-
would have hair like that?
You know what I mean?
A witch, bro. Apparently.
And
God.
they said my dad would tell me that he would find her just staring off into the dark ass jungle, and
Oh.
she would just listen to animals fighting and screaming and
Fantastic.
Animals.
yeah. Well, it's the jungle, dude. It's El Salvador. dude.
Did you,
You know,
were they involved in Santeria or some such
I
thing?
never asked, and I never wanted
You
to.
just
You know,
had no interest in
Nah.
that stuff.
but that's what they told me, and it makes sense to me now that I'm old, and
Nah.
I realize these experiences. Like, holy shit! Like maybe it was some fucking dark star ass shit. You know? What I
You know-
mean?
Yeah, maybe it has to do with your family, like
You know-
because your grandma was a witch, and
Yeah.
you know, and now your family's cursed.
You know, I've heard a lot of that shit. It's like a lineage thing, man. Everybody, like, this gene is passed down between generations and shit like that. That people are sensitive. You know, they're like fucking sensitive somehow. They pass on this like a fucking sensitivity, man.
Do you think that's because I've heard a lot that you know stuff like that, sensitivity to like spirits and you know witchcraft, usually deals with the female side of the family. What do you guys think about that? Do you think it's mainly
Maybe-
females, or you know males experience that as well? I mean,
Well,
what's
you-
going on there?
Like on television, or I mean, whatever the media, it's usually women that are mediums. I mean, it's
Uh-huh.
it's a
Because women
general.
are insane.
Yeah, women's are insane. Women's is.
It's because chicks are the ones that fall for this kind of crap. I mean, it's really, I mean, you know, when you think about who does the readings, who writes the blogs for all, you know, all of the weird, you know, I'm a psychic kind of a blogs, it's always chicks. I honestly think men are a little more rational. And that we will look for the rational in just about everything. I mean, I have friends, I don't want to tease too hard, but I'm looking to get some people on the show for you guys, for all the listeners, who have had a male friend who's had experiences with ghosts, and who, despite having some fairly, what you would call strident and very clear and very paranormal phenomena happen to him directly, refuses to believe that it was anything supernatural. And I have some of that in me too, as anybody who has listened to the show for any amount of time can attest. But you know, I think it's something within the wiring of the brain. I mean, women are the ones who are most likely to believe in cursive, who are most likely to, you know, be Wiccans or what have you in their teenage years. It's sort of it's up. Chicks love this crap. Essentially. And by the way, any of you male listeners, if there's a girl, a lady you're trying to get into, figure out how to read palms, figure out how to do astrology, figure out how to do any number of weird occultish crap. Oh my God, panty dropper. The panties will be so
Really? I didn't know that,
They'll
man.
be so soaked, they'll
secrets to the
slide off.
universe.
They'll slide off, for God's sake.
Bitches love that Twilight shit,
They
man.
do,
You know what I mean?
man.
Fuck
Yeah,
that shit.
Absolutely. That's got to come from somewhere. But speaking of ghosts, man, I hear our own J.D. Marcel has had, when he used to live out in Armenia town, had his own set of paranormal experiences. J.D., take it away.
Elaborate.
You know,
please.
it's funny because like a lot of people, when you ask them like, would you prefer to live in a haunted house, or would you like to live in a haunted house, the common answer is no, fuck no, you know, I don't want to deal with that shit. And then you have crazy fuckers like myself that would be like, I would love to live in a
As a
haunted
6-year-old, right?
No,
No.
and, you know, I agree with you. I listen, as much of a skeptic as I am, I would love to see that stuff. I would love to see it happen.
Well,
I
that's
would-
why you're a skeptic, because
Yeah.
you haven't experienced much, and
Right.
you want to do that.
You know what? The dirty little secret is, I think it'd be nice. It'd be so cool because it would be a whole other avenue of learning that I haven't experienced.
And this goes out to everybody that's watching. If you guys have any events or anything like that, please let us know, because we'd love to do the show from your pad for sure,
your
man.
plaid, huh?
From your plaid. Yeah, you know what? I've been hitting the thing a little bit too much right now.
Jesus Christ.
Plaid.
George is drunk. off
From
of
your plaid
Cuban
pad.
rum.
Yeah, he is.
But
Yeah,
see,
it's
the,
just good, man.
the way you're talking about it sounds like you're expecting fucking Casper the Friendly Ghost, bro. It's not like that, man.
It's a frying pan hitting you
not
upside the
gonna
head,
come-
dude.
He's not gonna come up to you, give you a high five, and you guys are gonna fucking have an adventure. Nah, you
he's
know what
gonna
I mean?
fuck with
An
you.
adventure.
Fuck no.
He's
He
gonna
might-
suck on your
When
dick
I
like
Might-
He's
suck on your dick like.
I advise you to get
Like
a pink
Phix's
blanket. They're attracted to that shit. No, my shit is when that happened to me, I was scared, dude.
Yeah.
I froze. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. I couldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me and my sister, when we were kids, we shared a room, and I used to see a figure sitting on her bed watching her sleep.
Oh,
fucking
And
awesome, man.
And the worst thing
Sure
is
that wasn't your stepdad?
The worst thing. No, I don't have a stepdad. Hey, no. Oh, fucking.
My apologies.
The worst thing is that she said that she saw a figure watching me when I slept on my bed,
Oh,
and this is without me telling her. You know what I mean?
Do we have any idea what the figures look like?
No, it's just people crouching, just staring.
like a shadow type figure.
Maybe maybe it wasn't a
Okay.
big figure, it wasn't an adult figure, it was like a kid. You know what I mean? It looks like a fucking kid.
You know, that's common, dude. I've heard a lot of people say that they're at the foot of their bed. You know, what is it? Is it because they're at a twilight level where they're like in their delta fucking semi-sleep or whatever, where they're maybe more sensitive. Maybe they're accessing like a level or a fucking trip in their mind.
Okay.
You know, mind
that
scan.
just
or whatever.
accesses one part
That
of your brain
touches
that
that
allows
spot,
you to
man.
see that
Yeah.
stuff.
Because it's usually at night, right?
You know
'Cause
what?
that's
Yeah.
where that shit happens.
It's funny that you say at the foot of the bed, because that's exactly the experience that my dad had in that apartment. It was an apartment in Glendale.
In Armenia
And-
town?
Yeah, in Glendale.
Was it an Armenian ghost, bro?
It was,
Did he have a gold chain and did you like smell cologne?
Did he try to sell you a radio? Did he sell you a radio, bro?
That's right.
Did
No,
he kept calling you bro?
Hey, bro, what's going on?
Bro,
No, but
For
the thing
those
is,
of you that didn't understand George's joke, he meant stereo like car stereo
Yeah.
because in the 90s Armenians. So.
I know. Thanks,
Good job,
thanks,
buddy.
thanks,
All
bro.
right,
No.
go ahead, Marcel.
but
Oh.
okay. So the thing is, so we lived in that apartment, and I was too young. I lived there from the time I was like born to the time I was like maybe like 4 years old, late 4, and so I don't remember anything. But my parents would tell me a whole bunch of stories about that place. And my dad told me about this incident that would happen constantly, where he would wake up at exactly 2:45 almost every night, and he would see a figure standing right next to
Dude,
his side of
they
the
call
bed.
it the 3 a.m. area. That's kind of like the
Yeah.
bewitching
Hell
time.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah,
Man.
I've
Yeah.
actually heard the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that too. And so he would say that he would wake up at 2:45 every morning, and he slept on the right side of the bed, or I'm sorry, the left side of the bed. And thanks to physics, my mom would sleep on the other side, but he would see somebody standing right next to him, and just looking down at him, like this, blonde hair, a red sweater.
Shit.
Marcel
Was it me,
looking
dude?
down at his mic.
Long sleeve, like me? Nah.
Yeah, a red long sleeve sweater, a hoodie sweater, and then blue jean pants. But the thing about it, and I don't know if because I've explained ghost experiences with my mom where the ghost has no face, but my dad would say, yeah, the guy didn't have a face. He couldn't see the face on him.
Yep.
And so that was one of the experiences that would happen constantly with my dad. And eventually it got to a point for him where it was like, I'm not even scared anymore. Like,
It's like normal.
because he would try, like when he first started seeing it, he said he would try to wake up my mom, and then he would turn back and the figure was gone.
Yeah.
Fix, you seem to corroborate the fact that there have no faces.
Yes, there's no face ever,
Wow.
ever no face. And the hood thing is fucking right. I see a fucking hat on him all the time, dude.
No
Oh,
shit.
wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
everything he's saying is fucking ridiculous. It's tripping me the fuck out right now.
Because you've been through the same
Yeah,
thing.
and the thing is that when all that shit happened to me, my grandma died in my house of cancer because they brought her out of hospice. She wanted to before she died. She said, "I want to be with my granddaughter, which was my mother and my sister and me."
Right.
She wanted to die with us in the house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So when you say the whole bottom of your foot thing, I had another experience where I felt somebody massaging my legs. But this wasn't a violent thing. To me, I thought in my head, I'm like, it's my grandma.
Yeah,
It's my
there you go.
grandma.
Yeah.
So she's massaging my legs, nice,
Why would your
and
grandma massage your feet?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Maybe
Let
because
him
she
have
knows.
this moment.
Maybe
Let
she
him
knows.
have-
Maybe she knows because I play soccer. Maybe I'm tired.
Mi hijo está cansado.
And in a way, the
People say
massaging, the massaging
Was
started.
that your grand? No, never mind.
It started going up.
Not in the video,
Fuck
right?
up. Stop yourself. All right. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. Stop yourself while you're ahead.
Fix had enough.
So fucking as the massaging went up, I got scared. I started freezing, so I put the blanket over my head. I got scared.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking thing started pulling the blanket slowly off my head,
Oh, no shit.
wow.
Fucking great.
and right when it got to my nose, that's when I got the fuck up. And my sister was on the side and like, "Wake the fuck up! This shit just happened right now."
Oh,
You know?
God.
And she's like, "Shut the fuck up! Don't talk about that. You're scaring me." I'm like, you know what I mean? It's real, dude. It's real.
That gave me chills.
No, yeah, and it's really trippy.
Thanks for sharing.
I'm actually like tripping the fuck out that you say something like that, because my mom's experience is, my mom sleeps in the fetal position, and she says that she does that because in that apartment, she would sleep, like a regular human being, with her feet out, and she would from time to time
Sleep like a person, damn it.
yeah. But she said that from time to time she would feel, somebody pulling at her feet or pulling on the blankets. And from then on, she started like, curling up her legs and sleeping in the fetal position.
Oh my God, that's interesting.
That apartment was apparently super freaking crazy haunted.
Wow. Anything else out of that place? that you wanna share?
Yeah. My brother, he's older than me. He's 4 years older than me, so he remembers a little more. And some people would chalk this up to maybe the imagination of a child, because he was still pretty young, but and I understand that, but he said that he would see his toys. We used to have like GI Joes,
Yeah.
and he would see his GI Joes moving in the dark,
Damn,
like
no.
just playing by themselves
Yeah.
in that fucking place, dude. It was amazingly crazy.
Jesus H.
See, Toy Story, it doesn't seem so cool, right? Fuck that. I see my toys move. I'm getting the fuck out of there, bro.
Nah, yeah.
Well, growing up in a house with ghosts and spirits, it's not so bad, man.
Oh, you guys are trying to scare me right now. I'm freaking scared.
Those of you,
the
for
prob-
all the listeners
I
who
believe
don't
in
know,
that shit.
that's our friend.
The-
That's our
I
friend Mo,
believe
who's
in that
sitting in
shit.
on the show.
The problem with Santeria is, for some dumb reason, they want to have little dolls dressed up like in dresses and everything, laying around the house, the living room especially.
Producer Dre
And-
grew up in a house where they practice Santeria. For those of you who don't know.
And in these cauldrons or these vases or different, like, they look like for casseroles, but they're not. They're like they have different ones, and supposedly they're different spirits, and they have like bones and stuff in there,
Oh wow.
and they're like spirits.
Oh shit.
So the scariest things were these dolls. Like there were these dolls dressed up to represent the spirit of whoever it was, and there might be 8 of them right there, and you're looking at these dolls. And
Like a vessel?
it's like I guess you could think of it as a vessel.
Like they just
Like a
attach
vessel for
themselves
the
to the
spirit?
dolls.
Yeah.
Well, the dolls were inanimate. They're just representing the spirit that was inside the cauldron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It wasn't like those dolls were possessed or anything.
No, yeah,
Oh.
I was gonna say, did you ever see any weird activity around the
And
dolls themselves?
I would see stuff, but later on I realized it was all in my head. Like it's really your head really does play a lot.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you smoke weed and you're scared of that shit.
Yeah, because I did it in stages. I slept in my dad's living room when I was a kid, you know, and it freaked the fuck out. I did it in high school when I came back, you know, from my, you know, I didn't have a room no more, and that freaked me out. And then when I did it again when I was older and grown up, I was like, man, it's just fucking dolls. Like I didn't even freak out. Like I think they're more scared of me coming in at 2 a.m. drunk than they were of I was of them.
Well, yeah, because you could like throw them away or throw them in a fire. Or
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah, like I felt powerful over them.
It bites your hand.
Oh my god, that'd be fantastic.
See? That's the shit that I'm scared of.
That's right. And you know, it's interesting that you guys talk about how it is in everyone's head. And I do believe that a lot of these experiences are either imagined or dreams, or that sort of strange dream state that happens when you're sort of not quite asleep, not quite awake.
Okay.
Now, the only thing that gives me pause regarding that, or that makes me look at that twice, or maybe even a third time, is the people or the person that I know who have had experiences with alien abduction. Now, a lot of detractors and people who would, you know, take away from the experience of abductees will say it's a hypnagogic state, meaning it's a state between sleep and wakefulness. Excuse me.
Okay.
We're 420 friendly on this show. That's why you hear me doing these weird verbal exercises.
Brought to you by Hotbox.
That's right. Shout out to the Hotbox
Shout
crew.
out to the hot box.
Liz, you know, and they will say, well, it's something, you know, there's the weird dreams, the semi-real, semi-false dreams that you have in that state.
Yeah.
The one place where that falls apart for me is that my friend who was abducted exhibits symptoms of what look like PTSD, which means he won't talk about the experience when it's dark. He won't talk about the experience when he's alone. He won't talk about the experience unless he's sure that we're going to stay up all night, and he won't have to face his own dreams and go to sleep and so forth. Otherwise, he can't sleep. He will literally lay in bed at night. I have a friend who was abducted, Phix.
Okay.
He will lay in bed at night and wait for the morning because, you know, the night is too scary because that's when the aliens come.
Wow.
So it's although I do believe that it is, part of me believes that it's in everybody's head, there are aspects of the phenomena that I don't know how you work around in
Right.
terms of it just having been a dream.
Well, you know what? I mean, in regards to that apartment, there were also experiences where, you know, whoever experienced
More
it-
crap out of that apartment?
Yes.
For God's sake.
Yeah. Dude, well,
Where the
there-
hell did you live?
I'm telling you.
I'm
You should
glad
have charged them rent, dude.
Let me explain. Okay, so there were experiences where, you know, my parents experienced things while they were still awake, and then I had a cousin visiting from Peru who also experienced stuff in the afternoon while she was awake. So my parents said that they would see shadow figures in the hallway. So they had that shadow experience. And then my cousin said that one time she got home while everybody was out. Okay, so she showed up and then she went to the restroom. And she was doing her business and whatever, and then
Yeah.
she heard...
Talk about it.
Hey, that's my fucking cousin, bro.
Tell us more about the business.
No, but okay, so she was in
We're
the
so
bathroom,
gross on this show.
and she swears that she heard the front door open, and then she heard footsteps into the kitchen, because the bathroom was like fairly close to the kitchen. Obviously, it's an apartment. She heard cabinets open in the kitchen, plates move around, and she was the whole time thinking, oh, my aunt and my uncle are home with the kids, and which is us. And she was calling out, Tia, Tio, auntie, uncle, and she got no response. And when she got out of the bathroom, nobody was there. Nobody was there. And she said that as soon as as soon as they got home, she talked to my mom and my dad, and she said, "Hey, were you guys here earlier?" And we just got home. What are you talking about? So she had that experience, and she was fully awake. So it wasn't anything that had to do with her, being half asleep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that apartment, and then there is a history with that apartment where later on they found out that the tenant before us had committed suicide in my parents' bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So that might have a lot to do with,
I guess
you
there's
know,
just
everything.
they hanging around. I guess basically, right? They
No,
haven't
yeah.
known that they're probably dead or
And
something.
doesn't that? Okay. Where there are hauntings and things happening, there usually tends to be, or where people report hauntings, there tends to be sort of someone died here, someone committed suicide here, a man used to live here who shot his 4-year-old daughter and his wife, and then himself, and so it's usually hauntings tend to be tied to some sort of tragic event,
Yeah.
right.
as tends to be the case.
I've heard a lot of times where, for example, people that commit suicide, it's such a rash event. It's so quick. It's such a flash that they don't even know they're dead, man.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
that.
and it's like a memory. They're still wrapping around in their treadmill memory that they're still at the apartment.
like
dude.
right now, we could all be dead right now. And
Like
we
Sixth
don't even
Sense.
know.
Oh man, some
yeah.
existential garbage. Please lay off of that stuff. My God.
Yeah, like Sixth Sense, Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense. Like, he didn't know he was fucking dead. Like, that could
Oh,
be
spoiler
going on.
alert! What the fuck?
Bro, it's 2017.
I know, dude. Yeah,
I
come
bet
on,
you
dog.
watched.
I'm the one guy who hasn't seen that movie.
If you watch Jurassic Park, I'm pretty sure you've seen that bitch. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Tell me how that one ends, asshole.
What exactly is Rosebud?
Oh man. No, but there's a lot of stuff that has to do with hauntings that you just can't explain. I mean, yeah, sometimes it is just your mind fucking with you. But I think a lot of the time, it is possibly the other world fucking colliding with our world, and that's how ghosts fucking appear.
Here's a funny question. Like, there's a lot of ghost shows out there, right? There's a ton of them, right? And they have all kinds of equipment, scientific, sensitive equipment and things like that.
Right.
But they rarely pick up anything, right?
Well, they don't have a pink blanket.
Oh, dude, it's a big blanket. Are you saying? It makes you sexy. Is that what it is?
Road there. Yeah.
But they rarely pick up any type of sensitivity or any element. And I think it's actually because the mindset of the individuals that are actually trying to pick up material, evidence of it, they're maybe at a mindset that they're too conscious, right? Because everybody that seems to be witnessing all this stuff, they're at a semi-twilight sleep area, right? Maybe they're not at that mindset, right? So maybe there's something there.
Doesn't that support the idea that it really is just a weird
Dreamlike,
aspect of
yeah.
sleep that
It could
we
be,
don't understand?
possibly. Yeah.
Okay. Marcel,
Yes.
you've seen shadow people.
Right.
You may have been in that sort of state.
Right.
What then? You believe your experience was real. What I'm saying,
I
you
do.
believe that you were fully awake and a dark entity that you did not understand came
Right.
into your room at night and laughed in your face.
Yeah.
I think
Whoa.
for those of you,
Yeah.
for those of you, do you want to tell that story again? Just for
Yeah.
those of you who
So
don't know it yet.
a quick recap on that is I was trying to go to sleep, and then I saw a shadow figure, coming closer out of the neighbor's yard, and I have like a huge window, and my bed was facing that huge window into the neighbor's backyard, and so I saw a shadow figure coming closer, and then eventually through that window, and then as soon as it fucking crashed, or not crashed through the window, but pretty much went through the window.
That'd have been something.
Yeah, I heard like the most evil fucking laugh, and I couldn't move. I couldn't move at all. Yeah, exactly. And then as quick as it came, it started to leave, and as it left, the laugh got quieter and quieter and quieter. And quieter.
So what do you think that thing was?
I've been asking myself that question for like the longest time. I honestly don't know, but I mean, I theorize, it was, some sort of entity from, the afterlife that came to maybe it just wanted to fuck with me.
Or fuck you.
Or
Or jack you off.
Yeah. Maybe it didn't have a condom, or I don't know.
It's like, oh, I fucking left the condom. I better fucking go back.
He fucked up.
Shit, I forgot the
No,
condom.
but so you've been you really have been wrestling with sort of wondering what this thing was since it happened to you.
Yeah, it's you know, it's an experience that definitely left questions in my mind my entire life. You know, it affected me that much, and so I've been trying to figure it out. And you know, obviously, nobody really knows what happens when we die, but you know, I still want to question it. So you know, maybe one day we will be able
In about
to solve
70
this.
years, bro.
Hey,
You'll
you
be
never
there.
know, man. Hopefully.
George, what I mean, based on what you know about these sorts of things, what are shadow people? Let's find answers. Let's find answers for JD
No,
Marcel
man.
here. Let's
Shadow
make this-
people. Well, you know, I think they're kind of like an amorphous type of thing that we can't identify with our own eyes.
George is
right?
the most frou-frou of the
It's your
group. for those
conscience.
of you that aren't.
Yeah, you know,
aware.
you just kind of identify. Maybe your senses aren't really designed for it, right? We're designed to read a certain spectrum of light, right?
Right.
And we just see this shadow because we can't pinpoint it, right?
Okay.
So that's it. You know, I had a buddy that a friend of mine a long time ago. He was alone at home, and they were super Catholic, right? His family's like super Catholic, and it happens to be. Hey, Phix, was your family like super Catholic, bro?
Yes.
Fuck, it's always super
Mega,
Catholic people, man.
Mega
What the
super
fuck is that,
Catholic.
man?
Isn't that interesting?
She made us recite everything.
Yeah,
Before we
so
went to sleep and everything.
no shit. So
Yeah.
so basically,
Wow.
but this actually takes it a step further because he was tripping in his room. It was the fucking shadow was in his room,
Okay.
but the shit pinned him up against the wall, right? So it must have had some sort of force, right?
Fuck.
So he was tripping,
Wait.
but I you know.
It physically.
He
bore him
said
up
it physically
against the
pushed
wall?
him. He was a big, pretty guy. He's a big guy, man. He's worked out.
He's
he
a big,
fucking,
pretty guy?
He was a big, pretty guy. All right,
He was
I
a
stumbled.
large, attractive man in the way that a large woman might be attractive.
I heard.
Thank you, Alex.
I heard the more energy they have, it's the more fucking like evil that they are.
You know,
That's
I've
right.
heard of these things like
because
feeding
I'm
on
Jesus.
fear, right? The more scared you are, the more they get, the more powerful they get, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of
Wow,
that shit.
could that have been why he laughed at you?
He's like fucking little sissy boy.
Little fucking fruity motherfucker.
Oh my God!
No, but you know what? I have a theory about that. You know, I feel like when you become a ghost, or if you become a ghost, whatever, and you decide to haunt people,
Or hump people.
the powers that you develop is over time. It's practicing like anything. Like I
Yeah.
play guitar, and obviously I can.
You get good-
At
you
the
get good at
beginning, I
hearing
didn't
it, yeah.
fucking know anything, and now you know I'm okay. But it's just practice. You know,
Yeah, you get to-
practicing certain things to develop the energy that you use to be able to like eventually touch things. Kind of like ghosts. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen
That weird movie with Whoopi
with
Goldberg.
Patrick Swayze. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot to do with that. I think that's a good theory. You know, you develop your skills, and then eventually you're able to fucking pick somebody up who's a fucking
Yeah.
a big guy, whatever.
You know, I've heard, I listen to a lot of channeling shit, man, and I've heard a lot of like mediums and stuff like that. And what they say is, they channeled this one guy, channeling Eric. This is one show that I really like, channeleric.com.
Shout out to the channeling.
And
Eric family.
pretty much just a really quick preface. The guy
Go long
Eric,
form, man.
Eric,
Go long form.
All right, Eric is a kid. He was like 21, 22 years old. He suffered from a lot of bipolar, and one day he finished his life in his room. He just blew his brains off, man. And his mom found him. Right, his mom was a full atheist, you know, physician. Her long lineage of physicians and shit like, so they're fucking super science, right?
Please excuse the slurring.
Yeah,
George is
sorry
having
guys.
terrible-
I've been polishing off this fucking thing. It's pretty goddamn awesome,
It's
man.
A great
I gotta
bottle,
admit.
actually.
Fuck.
Shout out to Flor de Caño.
Shout outs.
Con la calidad de caña. So he was explaining that. He blew his brains out. So his mom was on she was suffering a lot. So she primarily wanted to reach out to him because she felt the loss, and she started visiting a bunch of mediums and stuff. And she found this one dude one lady that was, you know, she connected somehow. I mean, she didn't believe this shit at all, right? So she started getting some information from the medium that, you know, all kinds of different quirks about his personality, about his personal life that only a mom would know about her own kid, right? So she had a sense of, you know, maybe this is my fucking kid, right? That she's channeling, right? So, long story short, the thing is, he was saying that for a spirit on the other side to be able to do shit like move a penny across the wall or the table or some shit, it's a lot of focus for their end. Yeah.
Right.
Because they're not material anymore. So
Right.
they have to super focus, and it's a draining thing to just be able to go into the dense, like a 3D
See,
like
and-
we're at.
And that's a good question to ask. Is like, how much energy is necessary? Because you do hear a lot of the people that go out on ghost investigations, which eventually I want to do with you guys. If
Oh,
you're
man,
not,
that'd be
if
super
you're not
cool.
up for it.
No, listen.
Dre,
it
get your
sounds-
fucking
it's-
mobile system ready, bro.
All right,
But
It sounds
we're
fantastic.
going mobile.
let's do it. Yeah, let's go mobile.
And it would finally give me that, like, it would pop my paranormal cherry.
You want to
Okay.
scare?
I
You
wanna
want to scare
pop-
yourself into a believer, right?
Yeah.
I would appreciate
apparently,
that.
I
yeah.
totally want to pop your paranormal cherry and
Oh, damn.
your regular cherry.
Oh, damn.
But
Hey,
You heard it on JAG Radio as he spilled his fucking drunk. His drunken drink.
He's so funny.
no, but
hey, but I hook you up with a guy. He's called the Uber X-Men. No, whatever. This guy's the urban X-Men because he goes through like abandoned house buildings and stuff and tunnels
Fuck,
and stuff.
that would be
see,
badass,
I would
dude.
love to fucking do that. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
well,
what
we can't promise it without actually doing it. Ease up on the promises here. We don't want to get the listeners wired up and then not
We're,
deliver.
we're going, goddammit. We're going, all right?
It's
No.
going down.
But what I've heard is that like when people go on these investigations, right?
Yeah.
What happens a lot of the time is, they have brand new batteries in their equipment and all of a sudden the batteries are drained, completely drained.
There's a it's something electrical. There's something magnetic electrical that these energy entities come and they affect somehow. That they say like when you have chills on your back or your hair stands up or you get
Okay.
goosebumps and shit like that,
Okay.
you have an entity next to you.
Okay.
And that's how you feel it because there's a change in the atmosphere because
Okay.
of their charge.
That's right, everybody. So the next time you get dimples on your ass, you'll know what the real source was. All right. And on that happy note, let's wrap this thing up. Anybody got anything they need to plug? Phix, tell us about your podcast real quick, buddy.
Hotbox with Phix and Ipkiss every Saturday at 4 p.m. You can catch us on superaudionetwork.com. You can catch us live on YouTube and also on Facebook. And thank you for having me on the fucking show.
No, thank you for coming, buddy.
This was fucking crazy, and I'm scared to go home.
And listen, for all the shit we talk, man, thank you for being so open and sharing your experiences with us and the listeners.
man.
We all really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, and listen, everybody, tell your friends about this podcast. We really would appreciate it. It's the only advertising we have, word of mouth. We're just like Krispy Kreme donuts, and I dare say we're every bit as good. So tell everybody you know about the JAG Radio Podcast on the Super Audio Brothers Network.
Superaudionetwork.com.
Super Audio Network.
And guys, visit us on jagradio.com.
Yes.
And follow us on Facebook and Twitter,
Yes.
JAG Radio 1. All right.
Peace,
Oh,
people.
hold on just a second, buddy. 4, producer Dre Day All Day, Phix from the Hotbox Podcast,
Hey.
JD Marcel, George Antonio, and our buddy here Mo, who has maybe said 4 words in this entire recording. I am Alex Martinelli, reminding all of you to never stop learning.
Peace.
Lights.
Later, guys.